Now, one of the perks of running this YouTube channel is that from time to time, people will contact me and want me to review their product, and they will send me stuff. One of the things I received in the post is this. Now, this is from a brand called Submission Science, and it's a product called Rocky KO, and it is their apparently super strong pre-workout. Now, it's a 10-gram serving, 30 servings in a tub. The branding is very cool. I like the logo with the American flags. It's made in the US. It's a proprietary blend, so initially my thoughts were it's probably not going to be that great. Now, when it arrived, I had a look at the ingredients list and I got a bit of a shock. So I'm going to flash that up on the screen now. Now, you've got some things you'd expect to see in any decent pre-workout these days. You've got citrulline malate, you've got caffeine, you've got NAC-L-tyrosine, which is a nootropic, and then you get down to the stimulants. And that's where it all goes a little bit squirrely. Now, 1,3-dimeth, or DMAA, was the key ingredient in Jack 3D, in that historic original formula. That had 25 milligrams in per serving. This is 100 milligrams. So that's 4 times stronger than Jack, just with the DMAA. Now, you've also got a bunch of other stimulants in here. You've got your himbine, you've got huperzine A, you've got hygmanine, hordenine, and a couple of other ones I'm not 100% sure on the pronunciation. Now, having spoken to Rick briefly, 4 or 5 of those are banned in the UK. And I think probably parts of Europe as well, which means this is a product that you could not make here. It's also a product that gives me cause for concern. Having spoken with the guys at Adapt and a few other people I know in the industry, the general consensus is you don't need a product to be this strong. There is no real justification for being able to stack this many stims together. My apologies for the terrible pronunciations of that. I am not a formulator. In all honesty, I'm slightly cautious about taking this. I've seen some of the reviews on other people's channels. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting training session today. Looking at the tub, there's no flavor on this, so I don't know what it's going to taste like, but I think that's realistically going to be the least of my concerns. There's going to be no member of the public tests for this because I'm not 100% sure it would be legal for me to supply people with samples of this. So it's just going to be me, unfortunately. I was going to give some to Bilal, but given he nearly died when we tested Ghost, I thought probably not the best idea. But let's get it mixed up and yeah, we'll see what it does. Okay, here we go. So we're going to get this mixed up. Let's get this open. Now, because the tub doesn't say what flavor this is, I've got absolutely no idea what to expect. So we've got it still sealed. So, here we are, ominously smoking. Kind of smells like grape flavor. Now, obviously, because this is so incredibly potent, I am going to be using scales. Shouts to My Prep for the shaker. Now, if you guys want to try a meal prep service, My Prep are doing 10% off with the code TSR10. So you can check out their website. They've got some awesome meals at the moment. But, there we go. Well, that's interesting. So a scoop was actually 12.72 grams. Now with something this potent, the fact that you've put a scoop in that isn't full size is worrying to me. There we go. 10. Near as damn it 10 grams. Okay, so this is it. Rocky KO by Submission Science. Smells like Make America Grape Again by America Labs, the Red, White and Boom pre-workout we checked out a few weeks ago. That's really not unpleasant, actually. Definitely grape, kind of like Ribena-esque. I was expecting way worse. I was expecting much more chemically. That's really not unpleasant at all. That's one of the better flavors. Normally super strong pre-workouts taste like absolute death. Yeah, this seems to be bucking the trend.
So, this week, Tariq has asked me to have a look at Submission Science's Rocky KO. It's a tricky one for us to look at because it's a completely proprietary blend that contains, I think, 6 or 7 banned ingredients. Most notably DMAA and yohimbine. DMAA, there's 100 milligrams of it. It's the only kind of part of the blend that's not really a proprietary blend. Is a very banned but very good stimulant that is most popularly known as the active ingredient in Jack 3D. Jack 3D used to have, I believe it was 25 milligrams per scoop. This has 100 milligrams per scoop. So it's safe to assume that it's going to be strong. Yohimbine, it's very popular in the States, but it's responded to differently, very differently by different people. And some people can end up feeling very sick from it. And there's other bits and bobs in there, hypomine, that kind of thing. As it's other than the DMAA dose, a almost totally proprietary blend, it's very hard to give much more in-depth feedback on it than that. I assume, based on the total serving size, that most of the ergogenic ingredients are going to be underdosed. It's not something we could stock even if we wanted to. It's also not the kind of thing I would use. I'm not a fan of little pots of mixes of various stimulants with very little substance beyond that. But if you live in the States and you want something that has all of the banned things in, like DMAA is even banned in the States, it's not just banned in the UK, because we are somewhat stricter than the rest of, well, certainly somewhat stricter than America on these things, then maybe it's your bag. Even if I were looking for that kind of product though, I would still want to go for a non-proprietary blend, particularly when dealing with very strong stimulants. You really want to know what you're getting. That's all from me. Have a lovely day.
Okay, so it's time for our breakdown of Rocky KO. This is what we've thought after taking it for a week. It's quite smooth. It comes on quite slowly. It's not a massive slap in the face like something like Atomic Bomb or the new pre-workout from Team Affinity that's going to come in the new year. It comes on quite subtly. It tastes really good. The best way I could describe the feeling of this is that it makes the world lighter. It makes things lighter. It makes your workout feel effortless. And it's got hints of that old Jack 3D formula. You know, the one you took and you went to the gym and instantly beat all of your PBs. And you knew then that something was up with that. And taking this, you know something's up with this. It is full of ingredients that have been deemed too dangerous to be included in sports supplements in the UK. Obviously in America, where this is from, as you can tell by the branding on the tub, they've got different rules, so they can have different ingredients. And I think it becomes obvious when you start having a look at the label. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flash a shot up on the screen now, and this is from the back of the label. Now in bold letters at the bottom, it says this product is not suitable for drug-tested athletes. So in my opinion, this isn't so much a pre-workout as it is a performance enhancer. Yeah, so if you make a pre-workout full of illegal stimulants, it turns out it's really strong, but it's probably not particularly good for you, and it's definitely not legal. Well, not legal to make it anyway. I'm not sure about possession of this kind of thing. But as part of an honest review, did it make me lift more? Yes. Yes, it did. It comes down to what you want, really. If what you care about ultimately is only, I want to lift more weight, then this will do that for you. If what you want is a product that has been put together bearing in mind the safety of the user, if you want to bear in mind the longevity of your lifting career, if you want to take into consideration factors like your overall health, then I probably wouldn't in good conscience recommend you take this. I don't recommend anybody go out and try this. I think there are equally good products that have been made with ingredients that have been deemed to be safe in the UK. Submission Science claim that this is the strongest pre-workout on the market. Maybe. It's certainly, in my opinion, the most reckless pre-workout on the market. Rocky KO, not available in the UK. Not going to tell you where you can buy it. Don't recommend that you take it. Stay safe, kids. That's our review of Rocky KO, and I'll see you guys in the next video.